Is James Jude Courtney the best Michael we have ever had? I have come to a controversial conclusion in who I think our best portrayal of Michael Myers has been done by actor-wise. And for me, I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think I can finally say that I'm very sure that James Jude Courtney is the best Michael we've ever had, in my opinion. One thing I do want to say very early on is I know Nick Castle is the original Shape, and he is literally the embodiment of what the Shape is. Honestly, I've wanted to make this video since the first video on the channel went up, but I've been arguing with myself. I just think that James Jude Courtney brought the best imitation of the Shape from the original that we've ever seen in terms of movement. And for me, he took away the robotic slowness, kind of too stiff feel I got in Halloween 2. I think that Michael Myers is an absolute fucking maniac, and I love some of the kills in Halloween 2. But for me, the slowness of him was kind of like, it's like you're edging me, but I'm not quite there. Also, a big factor for me was this version of Michael is the closest that I've come to being genuinely scared after the experience of watching the film since I was so young. You know, especially in Halloween Kills. Halloween 2018 scared me because I really felt like we got the Shape back. And then obviously in Kills, just the brutality of it was fucking amazing. You know, this version of Michael is just sticking with me, and I still, every time I watch Kills or 18, I just think, fuck me, like that is one scary bastard. And don't get me wrong, while the films are widely disliked, Tyler Mane's Michael is an absolute freak, but he just isn't the Shape as it's described in the originals and in any written description of the Shape. He was I think he was 6'9", Tyler Mane is, with this huge frame, and I mean, like, how are you not gonna be intimidated by that? Whereas the James Jude Courtney Michael is so much more like the actual Shape. But now with Kills, he's almost taken the brutality from Tyler Mane's performance, in my opinion. I think I'd honestly rather come up against Tyler Mane's than James Jude Courtney in Halloween Kills. It's like we've managed to get the brutality, as I said, of the Rob Zombie's Michael, which is one of the reasons that I don't mind them films. I think they're terrible Michael Myers films, but what I do like from their portrayal is just the brutality of it. So we kind of get that from Tyler Mane's performance, but then we also get the stealth, and in my opinion, we also get the movement from the 1978, which I love. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely not spot on, and there are little moments where I think maybe he's moving a tiny bit more on the stiff side, but the idea that they fused these two kind of Michaels together is for me what makes Halloween Kills such a standout movie to this franchise. And obviously there's that recency effect of, because it's just come out, there was the hype around it, everyone was crazy about it. But I do think, like, in a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, Halloween Kills is going to be one of them films where you're going to remember it. You know, I remember coming back from the cinema in Kills, and I mean, I watch Halloween a lot on a weekly basis. Like, it's just kind of a normal thing to do to watch Halloween film. But I mean, this film made me, when I went home, I was checking the corners, like the dark corners of the room, and then thinking, oh shit, he's going to be outside just watching me. Like, it just included everything that made the Shape so scary. You know, the scene where he's stalking Lindsay, I haven't had that kind of feeling towards a Halloween film for so long. And only being 20 years old, this is the first Halloween films that I've been able to watch. 18 and Kills were the only films I've been able to watch, like, in a cinema screen. So that could definitely be a factor in my opinion. And I definitely don't think after Halloween ends, I'm finished with James Jude Courtney taking on Michael. You know, whether this timeline does have a definitive ending for Michael or not, I really want to see him be the Shape again. Honestly, my only bit of an annoyance with this trilogy is I feel like we got a tiny bit too much clean footage of Michael unmasked, where now I have this clear image in my head of, like, exactly what he looks like. And don't get me wrong, I've seen some behind the scenes photos. Obviously, I know his makeup that he had done was released, so we know what he looks like under the mask, but I almost think that kind of ruins it slightly. I do wish that they had kept it more shadowed and we didn't really get to see anything. And again, I completely understand that with this opinion, it could definitely have a recency bias because the films are so new. But I'm interested to see what I think, like, a year or two from now, whether I still think that. Obviously, who knows where Halloween's going to be at that time. And obviously this is a controversial opinion. I think whenever you put a name on who played Michael the best, you're always going to have people that disagree for certain reasons. But one thing I'm definitely not doing is discrediting everyone else that's played Michael, because I feel like Nick Castle, it's almost impossible to like include him in it because he was the original. But yeah, let me know what you think about James Jude Courtney and his performance on Michael so far, whether you want to see him again after Halloween ends or whether you think they should move on to a new one. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.